I was dating this girl. And in the beginning, like a dummy, I was naive. Thought that she was, perfect. Like she had it all. But further investigations only revealed that Princess was fatally flawed. Mm-hmm. She had skeletons in her closet with the broken hearts of men who fell victim to her venom. And if I didn't escape the grip of her dominion, then I too was next in line. Can't lie, it wasn't love that had me blind. It was her honey-dipped lips, combined with a physique that stood 5'9", 135 pounds of fresh produce that produced a brilliant, radiant shine. Candy to the eye. Fellas, this gal was fine. You know, the kind of fine that makes you look up in God and be like, you outdid yourself this time. And for the sake of asking, can she be my bride? And Lord, I know that she is almost saved. So for the moment, I'm willing to compromise. Because Jay was like a modern day goddess and not drunk from the water she walked on, carried her around on a golden throne out of fear of being alone. After all, my pursuit of relationships with women in the past, nothing but failed attempts. Some were overboard bitter, playing too hard to get, and others were like slave masters. The moment I committed an act they did not approve of, out came the whips. And I got tired of the beatings and the lashings, so what else could I do but jump ship? And Jay took advantage of this broken down Christian man and began to rebuild my confidence one block at a time with counterfeit bricks. She had me under major construction, though on the inside I knew something with her really didn't click. Well, you know how it is. You work a job you kind of don't like, but you don't want to quit. Pay is alright with full-time benefits. Well, this is how it was when I was dating this chick. For some men, she was to die for, others to kill for, and I was stuck in betwixt. Her flattery seductions had me doing tricks and turning flips and jumping through hoops, eating her forbidden fruits, pleasant to the eye, but rotten at the root. Believing her lies disguised as truth, saying stuff like, Dewayne, I am what you need, and you will never in your life find another woman as good as me, who will love you the way I do, and if you ever leave me, I can easily find another man who would treat me way better than you. Understand? Then she would smile, kiss me on the forehead, and gently rub my hands. Her subtle demands had my emotions in strands of knots, and though we didn't have intercourse, she was sexing me by playing with the strings of my heart. Her plot was to get all the props for leading me to the promised land of my destiny. But my true friends, the Jehus in my life, knew that me and Jezebel wasn't yoked equally. And yeah, she came to church with me, but couldn't stand true spiritual authority unless it gave her artillery to push her agendas, goals, visions. And her form of submission was only for self-glorification, to make her look innocent in the eyes of others, gratification. And I was peeping game, so she wanted to hit me up with condemnation and depression, just so she could be my one and only obsession. Crown her Messiah, give her intercession, and have me on the path and the way led to heaven, but to hell for eternity. And it was then that I had to wake up and come to grips with reality and admit that I had a little bit of Ahab in me, fighting, warring against the Elijah in me. And I wanted her so bad that she had to be bad for me, but all this time she was crucifying me. So the word of God cannot rise up to convict me of all the wrong in my heart that was killing me ever so softly. And oddly, my relationship with Jay was never a part of God's plan. So question, how many of us can say that we dated or married because we were in desperate need for some kind of companion? Hand raised. Guilty as charged. It came down to this. It was either her or God. So I had to get my knowledge right and do what God was telling me to do. And when I looked at myself in the reflection of truth, Jay, there was no longer room for you. So I wrote this Dear Jay letter. A matter of fact, let me be a little bit more braver and hand deliver it to you, because breaking up through Twitter and Facebook, nah, that's for sissies and punks. So I had to tell you face to face to serve you this eviction notice to kick you out of my life with all of your junk. You can't stay, not even on the premises, because the more I thought about Christ, it came to light that you were just a smiling nemesis, a thorn in my flesh, sent from Satan to buffet me. But what was used for my destruction, God used to exalt the truth of who he is over all the lies I allowed you to be. Which means it gives me great pleasure to bring this to an end. Jay, hit the road. You're no longer my boo. And for the record, we are no longer and can never, ever be friends.